honestly believe that we're going to get Watson? Like
No.
within all these trade scenarios? Okay, me neither. So, in my opinion, I think what's going to happen, we're going to get Matt Ryan. Somehow, some way, I think we're going to get Matt Ryan. And the only reason why is just because when I look at Kyle Shanahan, every time on the sideline, I think he really misses that time with Matt Ryan. He misses it so much that he doesn't want to deal with this Jimmy problem anymore. He doesn't want to deal with this rookie quarterback problem anymore. Because you already see what happened with CJ Beathard. He thought that he could do it, but he's not the genius that he thinks he is. He really isn't. I mean, I think he's a good play caller, but development, I don't think he's that. I think let's just say the receiver position, great at that. He's really great. That's what he knows. That's his bread and butter. However, there's a reason why you weren't a good quarterback. He was never a good quarterback. So I think that when it comes to his schemes, they work really good because of his dad and that run game. But when it comes to these quarterbacks, there's a big problem with him. I think that it was overrated to say that he was good working with quarterbacks early on in his career. I mean, that's just my opinion. But, I mean, because Matt Schaub isn't no CJ Beathard. Matt Schaub was underrated in my opinion.
The Shanahans don't develop quarterbacks. They give quarterbacks a running game and a play-action game, which is – it's not developing them. It's just helping them. And it really helps a veteran. But younger quarterbacks need more than that. They need to be they need their hand held. They need their ego coddled. They need all of that stuff. And I think the Shanahans just kind of throw them in the deep end. And if they fail, they're like, well, you're not good enough. Sorry. You didn't. Give me Matt Ryan. I'm with you, man. The only thing is contract in Atlanta makes it tough to move them. But there's a new coach. They draft a quarterback. They want to move on. They'll figure it out.
I think that honestly with him, the only thing I'm scared about with Matt Ryan is his mobility is going to decline a little bit. Obviously, he's getting up there in age, but honestly, for quarterbacks, I'm feeling like, their age, people need to stop saying a 30-year-old's old at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
Almost every position, almost every single one, except for running back, in my opinion. Because running backs you already see Ezekiel. You already see what's happening there. So it's like, when you're a first-round draft pick running back, you're only good for your first contract, maybe the beginning of your second. After that, you're no Frank Gore. Frank Gore is a one-of-a-kind story,
But quarterbacks, it seems like they're just getting started at 34 these days.
Yeah. And in my opinion, I heard you talk about there being some type of second league to pretty much build up quarterbacks, throwaway players.
Spring league. Yep.
Yeah. And we all know about stories like Tony Romo and how homeboy, what was his dad's name?
Kurt Warner.
Cardinals and
Kurt Warner.
There you go.
Yep.
So when you think about quarterbacks like that, sometimes I wonder how come they don't look at the Canadian League? Why would you draft CJ Beathard in the first place? I get that you want to draft a quarterback, but why draft CJ Beathard out of all of them? There's so much other places you could have went and third round.
I can't explain.
I get it that you like picking a punter early on too. I don't get your mindset there, but can you at least look at the other leagues and say this guy must be better than CJ?
I just think that these teams there should be 30 rounds in the NFL draft the way there is in baseball. There should be a minor leagues in the NFL the way there is in baseball. And that way all these teams could actually develop their quarterbacks as opposed to hoping Ohio State does, because they don't.
Yeah. And the
thing is, and I would watch it. If that was in the spring and they put that on NFL Network, wouldn't you watch that? I would watch that.
I would do my best to watch it.
I would watch that. Yeah, come on.
The weirdest thing is, I told Vish and Blake this on their channel that I actually did sack Josh Allen, and I was proud of it. Yeah, because he used to play for Los Banos, and I was playing for Chowchilla.
Oh, nice.
I sacked his tall ass. Dude, that dude was tall he was a freshman. He didn't look like no freshman. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. That dude was huge. And they're talking about
one of my roommates in college is from Chowchilla. The Chow, really? Nickel 9. That's nice.
What? Who's your roommate?
His name is Raja. He's 33 now. I'm sure you don't know him. Raja Gill.
Yeah, I don't even know where any of these guys are anymore.
Anyway.
Yeah, when we played him, my boy Justin Fafidi actually injured him.
Nice. Justin.
Yeah. Justin, he always brings it up at work. He's like, oh, dude, I injured that guy. My boy Pineorf, he sacked him, and we made a big deal about it. We're like, but even though we're not successful, at least not yet, at least.
Hey, you did your thing, though. That's something you remember.
Hey, but it's pretty weird now looking at him in hindsight that he's this big of a deal in the NFL.
Then all of a sudden he's
it's
Superman
so
now,
weird because we didn't think that he was going to be who he is today.
Could he not throw straight? Was he inaccurate in high school?
He was, in my opinion, he was accurate. He was very athletic because in the division that we played in, I mean, me at my best, I run a 5. Okay, I'm a linebacker running a 5. This guy runs a 4, like at least a 4.6, 4.7 when he was running against us. So he looked like a god, you know. Yes. But I didn't really think that he was going to be all this, but realize he's a freshman.
Right, he wasn't getting
doing this.
Cal or UCLA or
I mean, where we live, it's you know, there's not really that much people that make it out. So to see him now, I'm
same thing happened to Aaron Rodgers up in Chico. Same thing happened to Aaron. Same thing happened to Colin Kaepernick in Turlock. I mean, these guys are under the radar.
Yeah,
but it's no coincidence that a lot of these great NFL quarterbacks come from Northern California.
So. Yeah, I mean, well, it baffles me that why can't the Niners ever just look at, dude? How many times it's going to happen where you guys don't see that there's a California quarterback that could? I'm not saying for
about Ian Book. Things from Sac. About Ian Book.
Beathard, you want to get this guy? You really want? Oh my God!
How many good quarterbacks come from Nashville? I can't think of one. Texas, and they're from California, Northern California. Hey, you know, thanks for coming on, man.